it's been over 2 hours now since the show ended. I'm still fired up. Man, we get a Tuesday opener here on a Tuesday night. I was a bit of a chomper when Trey's Shine album came out. I liked it. I was down with Tuesday. Don't worry, I wasn't a chomper for too long. So we get the Tuesday opener, and right after that, man, they hit Peaches. The place just erupts. I go crazy. I couldn't believe. I mean, if you would have told me that, hey man, Phish is going to play the Nutter Center this summer and play Peaches, I'd be like, yeah, sure. And Mike's going to be wearing lipstick too, right? And earlier this week, I considered maybe. I was like, man, maybe I should bring a condom to that show just in case they play Peaches. I don't want to come in my pants. There's plenty of sweaty wooks around us, so that wasn't a problem, man. I couldn't finish. No big deal, so we were cool there. Then we get on to Free, starting out the jamming of the night with Free a little bit. Roggae, if we're going to get a slow jam, the slow build, that was one of my favorite ones. So they get that in. And Sugar Shout. All right, look, they can't all be zingers, all right? I'm usually down with all the Mike songs. May's just burning the place down as usual. Then we get Horn. I was told several people today that was my predicted opener. Couldn't go with Stash, so I went with Horn. I was only missed it by like 6 or 7 songs. We get a Mike song, a Phish debut, Crazy Sometimes. I think one of the lyrics in that song was Mike gets a little freaky sometimes. Yep, we see that, Mike. We know that. It's very clear. You're a little bit of a freak, dude. We get it. 46 Days had a nice jam, and then Runaway Jim ending the set. For a first set, we needed the set break. I sat my ass down. Down with Disease opening up the second set. I don't know. Some people give me shit for liking Down with Disease opening up the second set. I said, give it to me all the time, and that's why. It happened again tonight. These songs that are opening up second sets. We had the Simple, the Carini, now it's Down with Disease, and we're done, though. We had Mountains in the Mist to calm down. I needed it. Turned into a bit of a geezer, man. I was wearing down by the time after that first set, this Down with Disease. So Mountains in the Mist hit the spot. Waves, with a little secondary jamming going on there in Waves. Wasn't quite at the Down with Disease level. Then they hit Ghost. I really didn't have my, I thought, all right, it's nice to hear Ghost. Start out with a real heavy opening to Ghost, and then it just takes off and gives us another amazing jam for the night. Wombat had a jam. Wombat follows the Ghost jam. Somehow they pull out, I was having trouble, I felt like those chompers during Foam. I was having problems with Wombat a little bit myself. Well, you can imagine the F-Zappa 20 dance moves. Look, I was on my game tonight, I felt. It's like I only got one show in me. I better go for it, right? Hometown show. I feel like I did a nice job. I worked up a sweat. Of course, I always work up a sweat. Perspirator when I hit them shows. It was fucking hot in there. And we get a chalk dust to end the set. There's some debate there, man. Is this a quintessential chomper anthem? I say no, just because it has had some jams. If it had spent its whole career just being a chomper anthem, but you can leave that realm and then go back and play your role as the chomper anthem. So we're not sneaking it in there with your Moores and your Susies of the world. Let's make that clear. At least on this channel, those are the rules. And then Ryan from the Pumpkin Brothers, unbelievable. Gives me a spot on the rail for the Encore for Squirming Coil. I didn't know how that was going to go. I was pretty much out of it, but then that Squirming, boy, by the time they got to Page's solo to end it, everybody's off stage. It's only Page there in the spotlight saying goodnight. Pretty awesome. And man, just everything today was pretty awesome. Just from the get-go. It was an amazing day. Big thanks to Fink, secured me a great spot on the floor. It was just, probably just made the show even more amazing down there. Mickey did a great job being my photographer and security in the lot. Trying to keep the F-Zappa 20 chompers at bay the best she could, but they can't be stopped. They're chompers. Just kidding, man. Anybody that approached me today and said hello or whatever, we got a picture. That's awesome. A couple of you were chompers, though. Let's be honest. And there were some low points. I probably had the worst goodbye I've ever had in my entire life post-show, so it's not a proud moment, but shit happens, I'm sure I'll see you again someday. Work on that. All right, that's pretty much it. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still a little bit fired up. Down with Disease, Ghost, Wombat, Peaches, Maze, Free, 46 Days. It's unbelievable. All right, guys. Thank you to everybody, and that's it. Boom, we're out of here.